what's up? Welcome back to the Talkin Yanks pregame show. It's April 3rd, and we got the 6th game of the season. The Yankees currently have a 2-3 record, 3 losses. When you really say the number and then you see the outrage, it really juxtaposes nice next to each other. 3 losses. They haven't looked good, though. Ton of injuries, and the play has been upsetting. I think that's allowed, but the season is nowhere near started. Anyway, got the rubber match here, Jake. I could really use the series win.
Series win would be real nice, huh?
Really nice. We have a new lineup, 4th new lineup, drastically different. We got DJ LeMahieu leading off, playing third base. Judge batting second. Voit slides into the 3-hole, and he's DHing. Gary's batting cleanup. How many cleanup hitters have we had? In the last 3 games, it's been Gary, Glaber, Bird, Voit. So we've had 4 in 6 games. Yeah. Glaber Torres is batting 5th and playing second base. Clint Frazier gets the start in left field. Tulowitzki's at short. Tachman gets the start in center. Gardner gets the day off. And Johnny Lasagna, is on the bump. Johnny Loizaga, for those that hate the Johnny Lasagna nickname. The biggest news is DJ is leading off and Brett's sitting.
Right.
And I'm fine with it. Are you fine with it?
Yeah, because it's versus a lefty. Detroit is throwing a lefty. DJ LeMahieu, really good numbers versus lefties in his career, and Brett obviously not. So yeah, this may very well be our lefty versus lefty leadoff hitter throughout the season, even when Hicksy comes back.
And I'll pat you on the back because you did say this in an episode recently that you think Tachman is going to get the starts over Gardner. Kind of the devil you don't know. We don't know what Tachman can do versus lefties. We know that Gardner struggles.
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit the devil you don't know, and it's also like, you know, we clearly know about the Yankees, how they feel about rest days at this point. Uncle Brett has been playing center, which they obviously didn't expect, and he hasn't had a rest day yet. So this lined up to be Brett Gardner's first rest day, easy.
And we might be sounding hypocritical or like confusing to people because this is a rest day that you and I both understand and get. Whereas yesterday there was a lot of rest days we didn't get.
Tulo made sense. Birdie was a coin flip, but you would have probably had to bench Voit, which you could say, I mean, you got to bench him at some point for his quote-unquote rest day.
Yesterday...
Gary had to be in there. He hit back-to-back home runs. DH him.
Yeah. Or, I mean, 2 of those 3, Voit, Bird, Gary, should have been in the game yesterday. Whatever. They only scored 1 run. I said on the pregame show, if they lose and the offense doesn't do anything, we'll be looking back at the lineup and saying, well, yeah. And it's exactly what we did. This lineup is a little better. It's better. I mean, the back end is Frazier, Tulo, Tachman. Clint gets the start in left and hitting, so he got a sac fly yesterday. That's
only RBI of the game.
Yep. Wade did have a double and a steal. Would you have played Wade in left?
Not against the lefty.
There you go. Boom. Solved. Good point. Yeah. The Tigers got Josh Harrison, Castellanos, Miggy Cabs, Goodrum, Candelario, Hicks, Mercer, Beckham. Who's bit us so far from this Tigers in these first 2 games, Jake? Is there a guy coming to the plate where you've been saying, "Oh, him again"? Because I don't even really know.
No. I mean, man, we got beat on them by, it wasn't actually 1 hit, but the kid had his first major league hit off Aroldis Chapman. You were kind of cruising through the game. Again, it was spooky because it felt like such a 2018 game. Like the Yankees were just cruising with a 1-run lead. You get 1 pop in the mouth and you lose that game, and that's exactly what happened. No, I mean, you have to watch out for Castellanos and Miggy Cabs. Those guys have done it for a long time. And still the Nico Goodrum guy. He's having the best season on their team so far, and he had the big game at the stadium last year, so that's still in my head.
Yeah. The first game they only got 2 hits, and they were both Jordy Mercer, and the second game they got 11 hits, and those pretty spread out. Just Chris Stewart didn't get any, so we'll see how it goes. They don't really scare me. It's just the Yankees Lasagna's got to pitch, and they gotta get early runs. Like we need a run by the third inning. Otherwise, it just feels like their 3 through 6 innings just feel dead nonstop. They either score early, they score late. I don't know how many runs we've scored, like the 3 through 7th inning. It feels like that is just opposing pitchers just breeze right through us right there.
Again, that's that 2018 feel. Like you'd see the Yankees try to put up the biggest inning they could in the first. You bring up your best batters in the first, and that's when a lot of pitchers struggle. It's the whole opener thing. But yeah, man, I don't know. You want to see that? Like you're absolutely right. We haven't seen the scoreboard where it's like, all right, you got 2 in the second. We got 1 in the fourth. We got another 2 in the fifth. Like we haven't seen the chip away at all.
Yep. Yeah. They got Matthew Boyd going for them. He's been around for a while now. In his first game versus the Blue Jays, pretty interesting stat line from him, Jake. 5 innings pitched, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. So that's not great. 10 Ks. That scares me.
Yeah.
That scares me a lot because we're a team that can get into a K fest.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, that's my big thing is, and again, all the injuries, we haven't mentioned that up. You obviously know if you're listening to this. This lineup can be so good against left-handed pitching that, I mean, with it being Matt Boyd, I mean, if you dropped a Snell or one of the more impressive lefty pitchers, I'd be a little worried. And hey, maybe Matt Boyd's going to prove me wrong and I'll be, kicking my boots later. But I'm not too worried about that lefty against all these righties.
This is the first lefty the Yankees are facing, correct? Starter?
Yes. Yeah, we saw the guy in Baltimore Means for over 3 innings, and that was on their opener day, but I don't even think we knew they were going to go to Means, so
yeah.
That doesn't really count.
All right. And history versus Boyd, there's not much there. No one has more than 5 plate appearances against him, but in those small plate appearances, Gary Sanchez popped him for a home run once, Luke Voit popped him for a home run last year, and Troy Tulowitzki popped him once. Those guys have home runs, and Andujar had a double, but Andujar's not playing anymore, so boom. No, nothing, not much going on there. On our side of the bump, we got Johnny Lasagna pitching, and I believe that is Jakey's what to watch for. What do you got on us?
Yeah, Johnny Lasagna has to be our what to watch for, and you and I, we did a little pregame before this, and we were kind of like, do you do Johnny Lasagna? Because, I mean, the starting pitcher any day, if they have a good day, they're part of the story. If they have a bad day, they're part of the story. But for Johnny Lasagna, this is big. I mean, he's the #1 pitching prospect in the organization right now. Doesn't have a ton of AAA or Major League experience. We saw flashes from him last year on the big league team, which was pretty awesome. He's got some special stuff. The reason why this was fine for me being a what to watch for, I mean, pivot game of the series, Johnny Laza. But Jimmy, this can be huge because we signed Gio Gonzalez to that odd minor league incentive-laden deal. He's throwing. I mean, if Johnny Laza doesn't bring it, what does that mean for Gio? We saw Herman have a good start. CC's reportedly kind of close. I don't know how much this kind of thing factors in. Tarpley got rocked his 1 appearance so far. So a bad start by Johnny Lasagna, obviously bad for today. I mean, tough for him or any player. But, I mean, it could lead to some serious dominoes, whether it involves Gio, getting him in the rotation, getting him in the bullpen when CC come back. So, I mean, all eyes for me on Johnny Laza today.
Do you think we see Chapman if we need a save situation? He threw 1 inning yesterday, only threw, that can't be right, 7 pitches?
Yeah, that's not right.
That's the game before.
He
threw 1 inning, he threw 23 pitches, he got, I think 1 real hit and then a bunch of just singles, just grounders that kept finding holes. Do you think Boone goes back? That's what they say is nice about being a closer. Don't let it sit. Go back right away. Do you think we see him if it's a save situation?
I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd lead no. That 23 pitches is a decent amount for a closer this early in the season where they clearly have a plan with Chapman. They were going to use him on opening day, and we've seen the arm velocity was back, which is great. So I doubt it. And that could be really interesting. Yet again, I mean, if I mean, if it's the ninth inning and it's a tight game and they don't go to Aroldis Chapman, you're setting yourself up for another tough Boone presser or whatever it may be. So I don't know. I'd like to think not. Probably Britton. You'd like to think Britton hasn't pitched in a couple days and they love his stuff. Ottavino's been pitching 4 out of 5 games, so you'd like to think Britton gets the save today. But if they use Chapman, I don't think you or I would be freaked out or disappointed or anything.
No, I don't care either way. We'll see. We'll just see what they think. My what to watch for in this series is tension between Luke Voit and the Tigers, or just Luke Voit's emotion, tension throughout the game. He got hit yesterday. He was pissed about that. Then he gets showed up on the base paths, which I was fine with the player doing that. Baseball's fun, but I'm also fine with Luke Voit calling him a fucking fat fuck. Those are both okay in my book. Everything was fine and fun. Does this go into the field? Miggy Cabrera is playing first base, Jake.
Tigers rivalry, man.
We brawled with them in 2017 because of Cabrera. Cabrera looked like he was saying something to Sanchez the other day. I don't know if it was friendly or not friendly, but Miggy Cabs just seems like he's so bored with losing that he just goes around talking shit to everyone on the field in a jokingly pushing your buttons way.
Right.
And then
I'm a Hall of Famer on a bad team. Like, I kind of get to do this.
Yeah, that's what he did to Romine in 2017. And Romine was like, I don't care who you are. And then they fought. So if Voit gets a single and he's on first base, or Miggy Cabs gets a single and Voit's DHing. So Voit would have to hit a single. Do him and Miggy exchange words? Is there any tension? Is there any just fucking emotion in the first 3 innings of this game? And I want Luke Voit to be that emotional leader for us.
Yeah, and I mean, let's. I think we're ignoring kind of an elephant in the room. And you and I talked about this on Jomboy Jake Radio today a little bit with the Bryce Harper situation from yesterday. No, it's important if you win. If we win today,
hot takes only from Jake.
Yeah, we're not gonna care if Luke Voit and Miggy Cabs talk shit. If they do, we're gonna say, yeah, we got the win. Voigt's got the energy. If, Voit or Romine is talking shit to Cabrera and we lose today, we're not going to care at all. We're just going to be sad. So, win. Get runs, offense. This team's got to score.
Yeah, they got to score. They score early, because otherwise they're just going to be dead.
Score early and often. How about that?
All right,
Hot takes.
Well, let's see how they score. Let's see if anyone scores in the Homer Draft.
Homer Draft, it's a Homer Draft.
No home runs yesterday, so we both didn't get any points. I'm still up 1-0 in the series, though. Yeah. And I believe you get first pick. No, I get first pick today.
No, I get first pick.
No, I chose you get. No, yes, you get first pick. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you get first pick.
All right, who have I picked this week? Do you got that in front of you?
Yep, it's on the sheet. It's the third tab. Bird, LeMahieu, Voit, Glaber.
Oh, dude, I didn't even see there were tabs, dog. Nice.
I've been talking about this sheet and how pretty it looks, and you just been yesing me to death. You never actually seen it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the first sheet. I was like, yeah, dude, it's okay looking.
That's why I was
really thrown off.
The third sheet is the nice sheet. The whole season ready to go.
Had zero idea. Didn't know you were tabbing it. Nice. Good to know. So yeah, I'm 0 for this week. Bird, LeMahieu, Voit, Glaber. All right. So what do I got to do? I got to get some righties. I got a couple guys I like. A lot this game. You know what, Jim? Let's go. I'm going Tulo. I like Tulo coming off the rest day. He's got the home run this year. Lefty on righty. He's looked good, man, in the stadium. Give me some Tulo action.
I'm shocked you chose him first, but you have
wanted
to.
Him.
I was taking Tulo today for sure.
Yeah, that's. I could kind of see. I was kind of going that way. The middle picks are fun because you can do a little defense. But yeah, I like Tulo today.
Okay. Well, all right. So that leaves me without. I can't take a whole bunch. I can't take Gary, Judge, Talkman, or Tulo. So I can't take Gary, Judge. Okay. Fuck it. Give me Clint Frazier and
Noodle.
I don't want to go back to back. Give me Clint Frazier and DJ LeMahieu. He's in the leadoff spot, so everyone's thank God we got a contact hitter in the leadoff spot, and he's gonna be like, nah, home run, boom.
Yeah, he had a really good OPS last year versus lefties in that short porch. I like it. I was leaning Clint. I'll let him. If you love something, let it go. So I mean, all-time cop-out, but I'll take like 5 home runs from him. Give me the Judge.
Going Judge. See, I'm saving my next Judge pick for when they're in Baltimore because he loves hitting there.
He does love Beemore, but he'll get like 2 or 3 home runs today to get warm.
Okay, one last thing before we go, Jake, I thought might be fun to do here.
Sure.
Is Vegas over-under for this game is 9.5. You going over?
9.5.
You going over or under? Johnny Lasagna versus Boyd, 9.5.
Give me. You know what? Give me the under, man. Vegas wants you to take that Yankee over. I mean, even if the Yankees put up 6-7, which would be a big number. I mean, we still got Loizaга's on the hill. They're going to go all out to win this game, right? I mean, we've got fresh Chad. Chad's going to want to come into this game.
We like to think that, and they rarely ever do go all out.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. If they're not using fresh Chad today, I mean, I'm picturing like 4 out of Laza, maybe a couple runs to Chad Bro for 2 strong, and then we're into the bullpen, and we need a win bad. So under mostly because of Detroit.
I'm going under as well. Cold weather. There hasn't been a lot of offense from either team this year. I'm going Yankees win like 6-2, and it just scrapes the under.
Yeah, maybe 5-1.
Nice. All right, that's the end of the pregame show. Thank you for listening, watching, subscribing. Check out the main podcast. It'd be shocked if you hadn't already. And we will see you tomorrow versus Baltimore. Play ball.